We all know the power of social media these days, and that Facebook is one of the world's most popular social media platforms out there, with 3 million active users every single month. And of course, we have those agents who absolutely hate social media, and we have those who love using it. So for the people who do want to use it and utilize that in their business, the question becomes, should I be posting content on my personal profile, or should I create an entirely separate Facebook business page specifically for only agent-related content? So before I answer that question, let me welcome you to my channel. If you have not been here before, my name is Laura Vang, and I create real estate-related content to help realtors with their agent business. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my own personal experience creating my own Facebook business page for my agent business, how to manage it, and how that's been working out for my agent business. What are the results? And so to get started with creating a Facebook business page is very simple. Go into your own personal Facebook profile page, hit the settings button there, and then you will look for an option to create a Facebook business page. You want to follow the prompts. It's going to be a bunch of templated categories that you can set up on what type of business you have. And then you just fill in the information that it gives you for the boxes to fill out. And then pretty much within 5 to 10 minutes, you have an up and running Facebook business page. So the pros is definitely, it's very easy to create versus a standalone website. However, the drawback, of course, is that it is not very customizable. So just like a Facebook profile page, you're limited to certain things like just your profile picture and your banner, pretty much. So your cover page picture. So not a whole lot of customizability, and you don't really get to stand out, versus other Facebook business profile pages. Everything looks very cookie cutter. I've had my Facebook business page now for about 3 years. And for the first year, I really didn't do a whole lot with it because I wasn't quite sure how to use the Facebook business page other than to simply have a presence on Facebook. Now, my second year of having it, I really started believing in the social media branding and started investing in building my Facebook business page to the point where every single day I had a certain type of post to make. So for example, Mondays would be a buyer-related content, Tuesday would be sellers, Wednesday would be real estate word of the day, Thursday would be an investing tip or just a general real estate tip, and then Fridays would be the featured listing of the week. And so my purpose was to really drive engagement and likes to my Facebook business page and build my brand, of course, right? And so on top of this content, I would also post my new listings, my under contracts, my just sold, all that stuff to try and get reach or likes and follows. And right now, as I sit, I'm at 450 some likes and 700 followers on my Facebook business page. And what I found was that there really is not a lot of engagement through the Facebook business page. So I would post this content and then there would be very little engagement on the reactions as well as the comments and the shares and things like that. So it just really didn't really show up any results that I could see. And another thing is that there are a lot of people who are looking at your content, but they don't engage for whatever reason. So they follow you, they watch your stuff, but they don't want to hit the follow button and they don't want to engage with your content, but they are watching. So while that doesn't directly help you to gauge the fruits of your labor and if it's worth it for you to continue, definitely don't give up and just continue to post that content and be consistent, because practice makes you better and it will eventually pay off. I would still run into people in real life and they'd be like, hey man, I see all your content all the time. Dude, I love what you're doing, keep it up. But of course, the person you just talked to, they're not even liking your stuff, but they're watching it and they're just, incognito. So people are paying attention, so keep it up. Now, the thing that I found out that was difficult with the Facebook business page is the reach and the ability to show up on people's news feeds. And what I found out was that Facebook had actually changed their algorithm here because they're prioritizing the content from a Facebook user's friends that they're already associated with. so that their content shows up on that person's feed more than a Facebook business page that that person follows. So for example, for every 5 posts, they might see their friends' content, and then they might get fed 1 Facebook business page content. So as you can imagine, if that person has a number of friends, and then they also have a dozen or so other Facebook page that they follow that are business pages, then the amount of chance that your Facebook business page content will show up in their feed versus another business page is probably very slim. So what I found was the only way to grow my Facebook business page was up to me, essentially, to try to grow it organically for free by sharing the content to my personal page, as well as also sharing it to groups that I was a part of, and of course inviting people to like and follow my business page. And so that's one way to do it for free, and didn't work quite as well, unless you have a ton of groups and things like that. But another way that the purpose of a business page to promote your content is to pay Facebook for. So you're going to run Facebook ads, they call it. So Facebook business pages are allowed to run Facebook ads that will increase the reach of your content, and they will allow you to target certain areas, and so you get charged by how many people are able to potentially view your content. So you set the daily budget something like as little as $10 or so, and it'll run for about a week. And I have tried that as well, and the results were probably not so great. And so at first I tried it out, and it seemed like it was cheap, like $5-10 a day. Okay, yeah, I can afford that. But then when you start running them week after week after week after week, and you still see very little engagement, reactions, comments to the content that you're running on those Facebook ads, and you're trying to tweak the ads every time, you're trying to make better ad copies, it all adds up, and it can be a pretty big bill by the end of the month. And so after I tried it out for a month, maybe 2 months, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to spend any more money on this. It's not quite working out the way I wanted to. Originally, I was posting a lot of my agent content onto the business page, and then I would share it from the business page onto my personal page. So that was the direction that I was trying to push things. And so with the limited engagement and what I was seeing, I reduced the amount of content that I was posting on my business page. And then I decided that, you know what, it's time to stop being a secret agent. I'm going to post everything publicly right on my personal Facebook profile. And so that's what I started doing. I started posting public content about real estate. And so now anybody could see my Facebook profile content, and I was a normal person. I wasn't a Facebook business page. And so anybody who was friends with me could see it, as well as friends of their friends. That way, if my friends were engaged with my content, now their friends can actually see that, and then when they share it, their friends see that as well. And then every once in a while, I would also, of course, still tag my Facebook business page. So that way, my Facebook business page gets a little bit of attention still. So it's still coming along for the ride, but now in the driver's seat is my Facebook profile page. And then in about January 2023 or so, I found out about this new thing called the digital creator profile in Facebook. And I decided to change my personal profile page into a digital creator. What that really allows you to do is essentially have the ability for other people to follow you on Facebook. So essentially a follower is just somebody who likes your content that you create, and they don't necessarily need to be or want to be friends with you. They just want to see your content that you post and to have it show up in their feed. And so it's a pretty cool thing, and I think I'm up to about 5,500 followers right now, and my Facebook business page only had 700 followers. So definitely the digital creator has helped my reach of my content. So it's been amazing. Of course, you don't want to invest all your eggs into one basket, the Facebook basket. You also want to diversify to different platforms, and a lot of agents like Instagram, a company that's also owned by Facebook, And of course, Instagram just dropped a new platform called Threads, which I've heard is kind of similar to their version of Twitter, as Elon and Mark Zuckerberg have been having some beef with each other. So we'll see how that one turns out. I have not tried that one out yet, as I'm currently already overwhelmed with TikTok and YouTube, which you're watching right now. And so I will eventually check it out though. Hopefully this video has helped you, and so that you learn from my experiences so you don't have to struggle the same way that I did. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below, or any tips that you'd like to share for myself as well as others watching. Or if you want to comment who's going to win the cage match between Elon and Mark, drop it below. I'd like to hear who you've got on your team. So like, follow, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. See you in the next video.